There's only one thing to do.
Drop it. Yeah.
Welcome to the RobotnikIsSexy show. My opponent, Uncle Ruckus, only has 3 Ks in his name because he's funny, and Racist is going to lead with Garbodor. I am going to knock off with Tony Browntown. Check yourself right at the door as he switches into his Ghost. So he's out of an Eviolite now. We're both going to double switch. So Garbodor's going to come out. Al Pacino's going to come out. I could have gone for the tail slap there. Choice band powered. Max attack, jolly, but I knew that it might have been a little too obvious, and I was afraid he would go back into his Ghost, which would leave me in a very sticky situation, because then he would be able to will-o-wisp anything I want. But the U-turn is really good, because it's going to get Gaylord out before he gets entry hazards down, so I will be able to Water Spout his Gardevoir to death. I do get a critical hit, but he told me in the chat that he was just going to Wish Protect, so I probably would have critical hit him eventually. Rotom is going to reveal its Scarf by outspeeding my Scarfed Wailord, and I am going to Death Fodder Tony Browntown, which is maybe not the best thing to do, because this guy's team is based on entry hazards and spin blocking, like my other team is, and I think it's definitely the best strategy to do in NU. He's going to switch in Rotom here. If I had gone for Gig Drain, he'd be dead. But I was sure that, I don't know, I just really wanted to knock off. So I know I can take a couple Air Slashes from Rotom, so I'm going to set up on him, go for some Roosts or Sing or whatever, but he's going to crit me. So it's kind of an eye for an eye situation there, because, yeah, I crit him, he crit me, that's pretty cool. I was going to go for the Sing and then Roost up and, like, be awesome like that. But at least Altaria makes good death fodder. So Gaylord's going to come out. I'm just going to go for some Surfs. Miltank does not take that well at all, which probably means that he is a max defense thing. I guess that's the best build for Miltank. I don't really know. I never use Miltank because I hate Miltank. But speaking of hated NU Pokemon, here's Medusa Head, who is going to do a really good job at slowing down his team. I'm going to put his Milk Tank Pokemon Cow to sleep. I'm going to knock off Mischievous again. And because he didn't get the Parahacks on Body Slime, he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp there, which I'm not really sure if Paralysis or Burn is better or worse. This is a really important move. This is a misplay, actually. If he hadn't switched his Cinccino in, I think he could have grasped victory in the end, or sooner, because, yeah, Giga Drain does an immense amount of damage to Cinccino, because Cinccino does not take hits well. So Medusa Head's, you know, being awesome, taking out Miltanks, doing lots of damage to Cincinos, and Mischievous is going to come in and try to finish the job, but I'm going to Giga Drain, and here I'm going to make a pretty impressive move. I'm going to switch into my normal type, Al Pacino, who is resistant, or it's more than resistance, it's immune. It's immune to dark attacks. I'm going to U-turn, so he's kind of boned either way. He could switch back to his Cinccino, and I could U-turn it to death, or I could U-turn his Ghost to death, so yeah, things are good. And I've got the priority in the form of Sucker Punch, so that is that match. That was a really good match. Yeah, that's that one. And this is going to be a match I had just moments ago in Underused, the tier that I am growing to dislike more and more, just because they keep changing it and putting more and more overpowered Pokemon in it, and I really, really hate UU stall. It just makes me want to crawl into a corner and die. So Bronzong is going to trick me to choice specs. Notice their choice specs. I am slower than a Bronzong. My Cacturn is slower than Bronzong. Cacturn, you suck. But that choice specs powered Giga Drain is going to come in handy later. So I'm going to Earthquake a Hitmontop on the switch. I'm going to switch out. He's going to predict that Ghost switch in. Because I have a couple Ghosts, it's pretty clear I'm going to switch into a Ghost, so he's going to get a Toxic on me, which is really, really smart of him. But Shaun of the Dead, the Sableye is going to do what it does. I'm going to get a pretty lucky crit on Bronzong, and yeah, so I'm going to take out Bronzong with a couple foul plays, and bye-bye Bronzong. So Flygun's going to come in. I kind of pay for my crit with some karma hacks. I'm going to miss my swagger, because, you know, 90% equals 30%, obviously. And I'm going to make a really dumb play. I thought I had defense EVs on this Claydol, but it's like all special defense. It's like standard Smogon. Shoot. I should probably change it so it's more defensive, because this team lacks defense a lot. A lot of defense lacking. So I'm going to sub on whatever he wants to switch into. I'm feeling pretty strong, but then I make a pretty massive misplay. I'm going to go for the Pain Split when we're about the same health. I should have gone for Shadow Balls, but hey guys. Hey guys. I hate Militic. I hate Militic. I hate Militic. I hate Militic. I hate Militic so much. And you could say, hey, you like Gastrodon. You like stalling with Gastrodon. That's true. That is very true. But Militic is much harder to bring down in underuse than Gastrodon is in overuse, because you can smack Gastrodon with powerful outrages, powerful attacks, plenty of really good grass Pokemon, Breloom, etc., etc. Where Militic, it has fewer predators, so it's a lot harder to take down. That is a fake Militic, though, and here is where the Specs powered Giga Drain comes into play, because without any investment at all, my special attack on Cacturn is like 265 or something. It's completely ridiculous. So I've got like 360 attacks, so I'm smacking things with powerful Giga Drains. I'm going to get a really lucky crit on Militic, which only really mattered if he got the burn with Scald. Although I suppose it would have weakened me enough where Life Orb Recoil might have killed me. I don't know. So that crit kind of sucked. But because I got that crit, and because Honchkrow is an awesome piece of shit with Moxie and Life Orb, I'm going to sweep half of his team with Moxie Crow. And yeah, that was actually my spooky Halloween team, which I think I'll leave a link to my spooky Halloween match where I debut this match right here on YouTube's Zebzabs. Okay. I'll see you later, YouTube. If you like the video, comment or like it.